Hi and welcome back to Heart and Soul Homes. My name is Monica. In today's video, what I'm attempting to do is a little bit different. I'm working in my closet, my master bedroom closet, and it's not necessarily a clean and organize my closet. My closet is organized, my closet is clean. What I'm going through, and I have actually done some decluttering, so it's not like, you know, I have a bunch of stuff and I you know what I mean, I never declutter. I've done all that. What I'm working on, and I'm, you know, maybe this is something that would, you know, interest you, and maybe you're feeling the same way. With 2020 and 2021 still going, as far as, to me it just seems like the same as 2020, but it's getting better, that I will admit. I'm just not wanting all of this stuff. I have a lot of stuff. Granted, I realize that and I'm grateful. But what I'm focusing on is really taking a look at the things I use on a daily. What I'm actually using on a daily basis. I have a lot of decor. I have a lot of seasonal decor. You've seen my, you know, outside garage, the whole garage. It's a storage, you know, shop for all of my seasonal decor. I have an area for extra decor within my home, which I'm going to be organizing really soon too, and weeding down. But what I'm focusing on right now is the day-to-day stuff, my closet, and that's what today is going to be. But I'm also, you know, in my bar area. I just did the bar area. I took it down to what I really just use. I don't use all of the stuff I had. So what I did is I pared it down. You know, I have a couple of other homes that I could take, you know, things to, or Goodwill. I took stuff to Goodwill. But I pared it down to the things I gravitate to, that I go to, that I use on a regular, and that's it. I don't need, well, you know what I mean? Like, I just want what I know that I like and will use. Same in the kitchen. I went through and decluttered. You know, I had all kinds of, you know, little cooking gadgets and stuff. I don't ever go to that. I just old school chop stuff up. I just old school, you know what I mean, do this or that. I just got rid of, and I'm just using the stuff I actually use. Now today I'm going to go through and I'm going to do that in my closet. And you know, I think there's so many different ideas behind this. You know, I think, you know, people will come on and they'll say, I'm a minimalist, I only have 5 outfits. I'm not a minimalist and I'm not going to have 5 outfits, okay? I get that. But I also am not somebody that just needs all this stuff to fill this closet. Just because it's a big closet, I want to fill it. No, I don't. I want to be able to come into my closet and go through and know that everything in my closet is things that I love and things that I actually will go to. The style that actually works for my life as of right now. And knowing that if my life changes down the road, then I can add to my, you know, closet. I don't have to keep things that, the what ifs. Well, if I do need this, or if I do go here, you know what I mean? I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to only keep what I know I will use and I know that I will like. And that's not being, I mean, it's minimal. I'm being a minimalist-er. But it's not, you know, it doesn't have to be, you know, a title. I think we get caught up in just titles. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be a minimalist and have 5 outfits. And that's the only way you're going to be a minimalist. No. No. I say no. That's not the way it's going to be for me. I'm going to be as minimal and I'm going to be intentional about what is in my home and what I like and what I'm going to keep and the clothes that I like. And I'm not going to worry about, well, what if I go to this or what if I go to that? You know what? If I need something down the road, I will get it. You know what I'm saying? Or I will make what I have work. And that's where I'm at in this stage of life. And maybe you are too, so I wanted to share it with you. So what I'm going to go through and do, I've already done some. But what I want to do is I have, as an example, these 3 drawers right here. I had 3 drawers, and they're big drawers. I will show you, up close. There are 3 deep drawers of pajamas. Pajamas are my jam, you know what I mean? They're my, I get cozy and it's always just so nice. Well, I don't need 3 drawers of pajamas that I don't use, or nightgowns. So I did a spring and summer, and I did a winter. And I took everything out that I wasn't going to use, and I'm donating it. And that makes me so happy, because now I can go in here. I have a set amount of, like short pajamas, long pants pajamas, and nightgowns. And that's all I'm going to use. I don't need to have a drawer full of all this kind of stuff. So that's what I'm talking about. And then the bottom drawer, what I'm going to use is that when I go through and I say I'm going to take 10 minutes or whatever, and I'm going to go through and see if there's anything I can declutter, it goes down in that bottom drawer, which I will show you. And that will be my, selling or donating drawer. And I can use it. I don't have to fill it, but I can use it in other ways. I'm going to go through and I'm going to do one drawer of shorts and leggings. I'm going to pare it down to that, and get rid of all the other shorts, all the other leggings that I just have in drawers organized, but I don't ever wear. I'm going to get rid of them. And I'm going to have a drawer down there for my dirty clothes instead of having a basket in here. You know what I mean? So I have less stuff. So if you see what I'm going for, I'm not trying to say like I can only have 5. This isn't a capsule. That's another thing, a capsule wardrobe. And if that works for you, that's great. Again, do what works for you. Don't do just because, you know what I mean? Somebody says, oh, you should have if you're going to be a minimalist, you need to have a capsule, and you need to have 15 things that can interact with each other and use in the spring, and that's it. If that works for you, do it. But that's not what I'm going for. So what I'm going for is just being mindful of what I have and what I'm going to actually use and where I'm at in this stage of my life. And if I don't like it and I don't use it, I'm not going to keep it just because. And for me, that's being minimalist. And for me, I'm being just mindful of my things and what I'm going to keep in my home. So that's my project for today. And I just thought, you know what? I can't be the only one that's thinking this. And it doesn't have to be that hard thing where you pull everything down. There's so many different ways. That's another thing I wanted to stress to you. Again, do it your way. There's the KonMari method, which I've used and I like. Touching everything. What is it? Is it something that you really like? There's just go through and have I used it just by eye? No. There's people say put all your hanging stuff in, take everything out, put it in one way. When you pull something out, turn it around so that you know what clothes you've used. If that works for you, do it. Do what works for you. That's the biggest thing. Don't get caught up in she said I had to do it this way. No, I'm giving you ideas. Other people are giving you ideas. Now, you need to use your home and your lifestyle and your mindset of how it will work for you. And maybe you take a little piece of my information. Maybe you take another piece of information over here. And you just make it work for you. That's what I'm trying to do. That's my whole goal in this channel is I'm changing in my life. I'm going forward in how I'm, evolving. And I think that some of my ideas could be helpful to you. And your ideas are certainly helpful to me. So, we'll do it together, right? We'll build a community and we'll do it together. But today my project is I am just going to go through. I know myself and I know the clothes that I have still. And I know what actually works for me and what doesn't. So I'm not going to do the trickery of switching my hangers and whatnot. I just know what I'm going to use. So that's what we're going to do. You're going to see me just go through my closet. I'll show you at the end what I'm selling. I already have some things up on Poshmark. I already have some, I have thread up bag, cleanup bag coming, so I will be using that. And then Goodwill. Those are my three things. If I'm going to sell it, I'm going to send it off to thread up, or I'm going to Goodwill it, or, you know, throw it away because it's that bad, you know, stained and whatnot. So I will show you what I'm getting rid of. I will show you the areas that I already kind of went through and decluttered. And hopefully this will help you. But again, let's just be mindful and let's just be intentional with our life. I think that is the biggest lesson I have gotten out of 2020 is appreciate what I have, appreciate who's in my life, and, you know, be intentional. Don't just go, you know, try to keep up with the Joneses, or, you know, oh, that looks so cute on this model and it's gonna be so cute on me. No, you know, and don't keep it if it's not cute on you. You know what I mean? Just because it was cute on the model. Those are my thoughts, is just be intentional. Know what you want, and just, you know, less is more. It's less to clean, it's less to organize. It's appealing to the eye for me now to not have all the stuff. It clouds my brain, and I don't need any more clouding my brain. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm gonna get going on. I'm not gonna focus on shoes at this point. I'm just doing my clothes in the drawers and on the hanging, and I'm just gonna get rid of what I will not use and am not using. So let's do this.
Indigenous communities, $31 billion, the largest federal investment ever. Black farmers, $5 billion to address historic inequities for those populations. And then an expansion of the Affordable Care Act. This is a major provision. It lowers premiums for people who are using the Affordable Care Act for health insurance. This, Brianna, is coming at a time when so many Americans have actually lost their health insurance because they lost their jobs. And Joe Biden has already expanded the enrollment period for the Affordable Care Act. This bill now will make sure that no one pays more than 8.5% of their income on health insurance. So these are some big Democratic priorities, and they were passed in this bill. No matter how messy that process was, at the end of the day, many Democrats are very happy with what they were able to accomplish.
It is huge, and we can see that as you tick through it. Abby, thank you so much. House Republican leaders are struggling with a small but loud group of GOP hardliners who are among former President Donald Trump's staunchest allies. Take Georgia's new Congresswoman, Marjorie Taylor Greene, for instance. She is angering many of her fellow Republicans with tactics like her repeated calls for a time-consuming vote to adjourn. Many in the GOP are pleading with her and other hardliners to stop. Here was Taylor Greene during today's House vote on COVID relief.
Mr. Speaker, I ask for a motion to adjourn.
The question is on the motion. Those in favor say aye. Those in favor say no. The noes have it.
Mr. Speaker, I ask for a roll call vote.
40 members of Taylor Greene's own party voted against her today. CNN's Gloria Borger is joining me now on this. Gloria, one veteran Republican Congressman, Fred Upton, called these tactics a pain in the ass. That is a quote. We saw some of this on the Senate side too, right? This sort of the Senator Ron Johnson school of thought here. Does it seem like Kevin McCarthy really has any kind of handle on this conference?
No, you know, the question is whether he's lost control or whether he ever had any control. And I think it's probably the fact that he doesn't have any control and never did, and that Donald Trump is the one who controls these people. And if he were to come out and say, look, you know, don't gum up the works. This doesn't give the American people any kind of good view of who you are. For example, they gummed up the works on passing non-controversial legislation like awarding congressional medals to 3 police officers who fought off the insurrectionists. So they delayed that. What is the purpose in that? What is the purpose in delaying the approval of COVID legislation, which about over 60% of the American public approves? They look childish, they look foolish, but they're going to continue to do it, Brianna, until they lose, until it's more than 40 Republicans who vote against them.
I mean, it's pretty loud how they're speaking back here. But if GOP pleas for Taylor Greene and the hardliners to knock off the gains here are falling on deaf ears, what do leaders do?
Well, that's the question. I mean, if you get more than half of the Republican caucus, I think that'll make a difference. I'm sure McCarthy is going to have a little chat with her. Our congressional team is reporting that they've actually appointed somebody to mentor her, to teach her the rules of the road, to show her how important it is to get along with your colleagues. Perhaps she will listen to that, and perhaps she won't listen to that. I'm sure she's already getting a lot of pushback, as you can tell by the size of the vote against her in the Republican caucus. But in the end, these people are going to have to decide whether when they need something from the Republican Party, when they want something, and they go to the leader and say, I want this, and the leader says no, they might know why. It's because they've misbehaved, because they're not allowing the Congress to get on with its work. And quite honestly, if you don't want to go to Congress to get something done, and all you want to do is delay and delay and delay, well, we have to ask the question why you're there.
I want to pause just for a second on that, because actually the House just hit the threshold. So on this vote. So this is the final vote here, this one in the House, and the next step is going to be that it goes to President Biden's desk. So we're watching the House floor here as we are awaiting, I think, the vote to be gavelled to a close. But it's going. This is huge. This is huge, Gloria.
Well, it is, and I think back to the presidential campaign when Joe Biden at first said, I'm going to be a transitional figure in the Democratic Party. And if you look at this vote, and you look at what is in this COVID bill that Abby just outlined before, you understand this isn't transitional. This is transformational. Yes, some of it is zeroed out in a year or two, but you can always renew it. But this changes America. It changes the face of America. It is a policy revolution, and it is a revolution that makes sure that people who have suffered during COVID, who are at the bottom end of the scale, get the benefit of this legislation.
And, I'm struck by, I can't believe it was 12 years ago, but I think back to this time 12 years ago, I was up covering Congress.
Yeah.
And the Obama administration, which of course Biden was a part of, was starting to move on healthcare legislation, which would take so long. This has happened so quickly, and it is such a large bill. You can just see in a way how President Biden looked back on history and took a different tack. Now, some people will look at this, Gloria, and they'll say, why wasn't more done to craft a bill that some Republicans could vote yes for? But clearly Biden made a calculation that what he would have to do in the end, like with Obama, wasn't going to get Republicans, and he just plowed ahead.
Right, he did plow ahead, and he made some adjustments. The checks are more targeted, for example, and of course the minimum wage could not be in this budget bill, and they had to save that for another day. But I think a lot of these people who work for Joe Biden were there in the Obama administration, and they believe that they gave up too much, and that the recovery as a result was too slow, and that they didn't get enough in return for their stimulus package from Republicans, and that the Affordable Care Act, for example, they didn't get the Republican support that maybe they thought they could have gotten after stimulus. So
Let's listen for just a moment, Gloria, to the speaker.
the motion is adopted. Objection or motion? Without objection or motion, we will consider as laid upon the table.
All right, Gloria, it's a big deal when you have a moment like that, right?
Yeah, and I think you could see that in Nancy Pelosi. She's been sort of dancing lately, just so, she's so thrilled with this package and what they were able to do. And again, I think this tells you help is on the way. And the two things they always talked about were getting the vaccines in your arms and getting relief on COVID. And I think, people in the administration right now are breathing a sigh of relief because they've got one big part of that done. And the public agrees with them, and that's what's important to them.
Yeah, especially when you look at the individual measures that are in this. There's huge agreement on most of them that includes a lot of Republicans.
Yeah.
I want to bring in Catherine Rappel to this discussion. She's our CNN economics and political commentator. You know, this moved so fast. And Catherine, one of the things that is sort of stunning about it is how this was able to move forward. It is popular. There was no sort of public backlash against this like we have seen with other big legislative priorities. And quite frankly, Republicans didn't seem as, even though they're voting unanimously have voted unanimously against this, they didn't seem to kind of channel, I guess, last week.
You're welcome. Like an updated kitchen in just an afternoon. The whole new look. Yeah. The bedroom style of your dreams. This room is so unique. Right there. Yeah. So did I. The perfect setup for dating. I got this thing. So fun. Storage.
Opportunities, all about timing. So if you're turning 65 or retiring soon, it's time to take advantage of an AARP Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. $0 pays on preventative and $0 pays on hundreds of prescriptions. In 2019, $2,200 prescriptions. They can get free annual eye exams and free designer frames. Don't miss your shot. If you're turning 65 or retiring soon, learn about our wide choice of plans, including PPO plans. United Healthcare today will walk you through your choices and find a right plan for you. Get you the right plan. All about timing. Schedule today before the moment slips away. It's time to take advantage. Closed captioning brought to you by 100 Pets. Call or visit petpets.com to save big today. Rely on the experts at 1-800-PET-PETS for time limitations and protect for less. With Pets free shipping. Visit petpets.com today.
Pressure is mounting as record numbers of migrants are coming to the southern border, and the U.S. has nowhere for them to go. And President Biden's vow to be more humane when it comes to the U.S.-Mexico border is being tested. Here's the backstory. The Trump administration allowed border officials to turn away migrants, citing public health to defend them. And this year, the Biden administration decided that unaccompanied children are exempt from the border, allowing them to remain in the U.S. until the immigration case is decided. Well, now the number of migrants trying to enter the U.S. is exploding. Consider the backlog of migrants who are forced to wait in Mexico by the Trump administration. And this is a turning point is being downplayed by the White House.
I don't think we need to sit here and put labels on what we have already conveyed is challenging. What we have conveyed is a top priority for the president. What our policy teams are working on every single day. Obviously, there was a trip to the border this weekend. They are working over the course of every day, putting in place policies that can help address what we're seeing and help ensure that we are keeping these kids safe and moving as quickly as possible from border patrol facilities to shelters where they can have access to educational resources, health resources.
Don't answer the phone, spending the days on my own, then repeats this for weeks to come. I don't care what I miss, 'cause 'cause my life is dismissed. I keep searching for my bliss. It took days to finally start writing songs, but now it's begun. I go oh, 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 I go oh, 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 I sing along. I keep pushing myself now, dig deep for a new sound, more than ever before. Keeps repeating my phrases to see if it changes rules I've gone before, like I couldn't get over, couldn't get over, couldn't get over you. Couldn't get over, couldn't get over, couldn't get over you. I go oh, 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 I go oh, 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 I sing along. But the look in your eyes when you told me goodbye is the one thing on my mind. It took days to finally start writing songs, but now it's begun. I go oh, 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 I go oh, oh, I sing along. I keep pushing myself now, dig deep for a new sound, more than ever before. Keeps repeating my phrases to see if it changes rules I've gone before, like I couldn't get over, couldn't get over, couldn't get over you. Couldn't get over, couldn't get over, couldn't get over you. I go oh, oh.
Okay, so just to give you an update where I'm at right now. Okay, so I've done this cell, and this cell. I already did this, okay? And I did this cell. And this is what I've got. This is a pile that is going to be for the thread up. This is Goodwill, or, you know, just donating. And let's see what else right now. And then this little pile is going to be Poshmark. Yeah. So I still have this cell and this cell to go through. And this is basically pajamas. You know, I told you in the beginning I already did my pajama drawers. So that's stuff for some of that's okay, so I got to go through it. So some of it's going to be Goodwill and some of it's going to be for the thread up box that I get. But while I'm over here, I'm going to go ahead and combine and get rid of, or actually combine, have one drawer for my shorts and my leggings. And then this bottom drawer I'm going to use for my dirty clothes little bin. Instead of having, I usually have a thing out here, but you know, I'm going to have an extra drawer, so might as well keep it for that.
Couldn't get over you. I go oh, 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 I go oh, 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 I sing along. I go oh, 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 gotta be afraid. I wish I could make you stay, 'cause baby, I love you. Why you tryna break us up when I'm tryna build it up? I wish I could make you stop, 'cause baby, I love you. Guess I'm gonna dance alone tonight. I'm gonna miss your body. You know I can never get it right without you. No, I don't wanna step into the light if I don't get you, shawty. You bring out the sweetness of my life. Oh yeah. Come on and give me that, give me that, give me that good, good loving. Come on and show me that, show me that, show me that you're the one. I move to the left while you move to the right. While you tryna fight, just come on and give me that, give me that, give me that good, good loving. Give me that, give me that, give me that, give me that. Give me that, give me that, give me that, give me that. Give me that, give me that, give me that, give me that. Give me that, give me that, give me that, give me that good, good loving. First you wanna come around, then you say you're leaving town. Everything is upside down. Oh baby, I love you, yeah. Why you gonna leave when I need you the most? Wherever you go, I'll be there, you know. Don't be a stranger, don't be a ghost, 'cause baby, I love you, yeah. Guess I'm gonna dance alone tonight. I'm gonna miss your body. You know I can never get it right without you. No, I don't wanna step into the light if I don't get you, shawty. You bring out the sweetness of my life. Oh yeah. Come on and give me that, give me that, give me that good, good loving. Come on and show me that, show me that, show me that you're the one. I move to the left while you move to the right. While you tryna fight, just come on and give me that, give me that, give me that good, good loving. Give me that, give me that, give me that, give me that. Give me that, give me that, give me that, give me that. Give me that, give me that, give me that, give me that. Give me that, give me that, give me that, give me that good, good loving. Why you gonna leave when I need you the most? Wherever you go, I'll be there, you know. Don't be a stranger, don't be a ghost. Oh, I don't feel right when I dance alone. I don't feel right when you don't come home. I miss your body and I love you so. Baby, I do, oh yeah. Come on and give me that, give me that, give me that good, good loving. Come on and show me that, show me that, show me that you're the one. I move to the left while you move to the right. While you tryna fight, just come on and give me that, give me that, give me that good, good loving. Give me that, give me that, give me that, give me that. Give me that, give me that, give me that, give me that. Give me that, give me that, give me that, give me that. Give me that, give me that, give me that, give me that good, good loving.
Okay, so I'm feeling really good. I'm a little echoing here because I have my rug out to get cleaned. But I feel really good. I feel really good with where I'm at right now. I did all my goals of what I set out to do, leaving, you know, drawers empty. And I feel good. I feel good with the choices that I kept. I feel like it's more in line with me and my lifestyle and who I am now. I had a lot of real, I would say kind of glitzy, kind of, you know, over the top things, and that's just not who I am anymore. So again, it's okay to change your wardrobe or, you know, change how you style your home with as you evolve. You know, one thing I mentioned in my Easter video, my home decor Easter video, was in my family room. I had to have that just be neutral. I had to have it be just not a lot of stuff. And what was in there is just creams, whites, you know, yellow, beige, just, you know what I mean? Just the slightest bits of color in there. Because just how I am right now after Christmas and all the red of Valentine's and everything, and just where I'm at right now, I just needed to simplify, and I just needed it to be easy on my eye, and you know, where I spend most of my time. My bedroom is the same way. It's just very creams, whites, you know, some soft pinks, you know what I mean? So, you know, it's okay to change how you live your life, and how you decorate, and how you keep your wardrobe, and all those type of things. It's okay to change as you evolve and as you're changing. You know, that's part of finding your heart and soul, is knowing what those components are, and knowing that it's okay to be where you're at, live where you're at in the moment. And that's where I'm at right now, and I'm just really grateful. You know, I go through some periods of time with depression, and just being down and overwhelmed, and just I guess overwhelmed being the main, you know, word for it. But it helps me go back to just what are the important things. I don't have to do everything. I don't have to be perfect. I don't have to have 100%, you know what I mean? Like, done is better than perfect, you know what I mean? And, you know, that's just where I'm at. And that's what I want to share with you. This is difficult times, and there's difficult emotional things that go along with everything that's happening in the world. And I just want to emphasize, as I go in this journey, that it's okay. And like I've said before, there's I mean, I'm at a loss for words. I mean, you know, having more people step up and say, hey, I'm struggling, you know, there's strength in numbers. And, you know, let's be honest, let's live honest lives, intentional lives. And that's what I'm about. So I'm going to go ahead and show you kind of what I've done. Again, it's not like it was a complete disaster and now it's clean kind of, you know, type of thing. You know what? I've got some areas where I'm waiting for like a thread up bag, you know what I mean? Or, you know, I'm washing the floor, the big white rug I have in here. So it's not completely, I'll give a final what everything looks like, and how, you know, how it, you know, the very end, how it turns out. But again, like, let's not get, you know, hooked on perfection, because nobody's perfect. So, just make it functional, make it work for you, make it feel good for you, no matter what size closet you have, or drawers or that kind of stuff. Just make it work for you, feel good to you, and know that you're just being intentional with what you're keeping. That's what I'm doing. That's the whole game. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I've got this set up, and then I'll give you a final look at when it's all done, okay? Okay, I'll just start over here. I mean, these two I'm not going to show you because this is intimates. I didn't really do a whole lot other than just kind of rearrange. I did grab a couple of these t-shirts to get out, but this is just my t-shirt drawer. These are all long sleeve, and then these are my t-shirts. I wear a lot of t-shirts in the summertime, you know what I mean, because it's so hot here in Arizona. But this is just what I've got going on for t-shirts. We'll go right up here. This is all my casual dresses, and some dresses that can be, you know, jazzed up a little bit. But again, I wear a lot of this in the summertime, but I got rid of quite a bit in here, and I feel really good. This is exactly the type of dresses that I go for. I don't go for the long, slinky, all that kind of stuff. So you know what? I kept what works for me, and I feel good about that. Over here, this was a lot of, I had a whole big rack of a bunch of scarves. I can probably count on my hands the amount of times I wear scarves. So I just I kept this, it's one of those scarves organizer, and just kept, you know, like one of every color, just a few that I might, you know, use more time, obviously, in the winter. And I might take some up north, so that's good there. And then just some cardigans and a couple of little outfits, maybe some dressier dresses right there, just the, you know, in case type of thing. This is all stuff that's going to be Poshmark, so I have that all in there ready to go. Okay, so in this drawer, I said I was doing one drawer for spring and summer pajamas. That's all I've got for that. I feel great about it. I'm loving it. This is my winter, so long pajama sets are right here, and then long sleeve pajamas. Now this was all empty down here, and it will be, but this is all stuff I'm waiting for the thread up bag to come in. So it's kind of like, there you go, stuck in there, but that will be empty. Over here is just some of the thread up stuff I'm waiting for as well. And this little bin I'm keeping right here, and I may get rid of it. I probably will get rid of it or take it out of here, but this is where I'm kind of keeping like seasonal, you know, like if I have like a Halloween shirt or a Christmas shirt or that kind of thing, I'm just keeping them in there instead of my regular rotation. So there's a couple Christmas tops in there. This is all my jeans. I've got a pair of black jeans, a gray pair, and some denim pair, and that's it. That's it. This was all full, and that's all I'm keeping. Up here, we've got all my long sleeve shirts. You saw me declutter, and I feel good. I feel good about the, you know, the array and the different ones I went ahead and kept. This is all my short sleeves, and the good thing is I've got all laundry done, so everything is hung up and it's good to go. That's really an important thing when you are doing your laundry, to make sure when you're doing a project like this that you have all your laundry done, because that stuff that's in your laundry is typically the stuff that you're going to go to and you wear a lot. So you want to make sure that you're counting that, you know, in what you're going to keep. Down here is just, you know, I went through and I got rid of almost all my workout outfits. So there's just about, I think there's 4 in there. And then these are just sweat outfits that are actual like sets. And that's what's down here. But, you know, very minimal. Up here, I went ahead, and these are just kind of like shorter cardigan jackets, you know, sweater, sweatshirt type of things. Some jackets, some leather jackets. Really went through and got rid of a lot there. I feel really good about that. This up here is just socks and some miscellaneous stuff. This is my, what is now my shorts and my leggings drawer. I had one of each, this big of a drawer for each. These are all my shorts. You know, I just have, you know, the kind of the athletic ones, the cotton ones, down to jeans and, you know, a little dressier. These are my athletic pants. These are all kind of the soft, casual, kind of like what I'm wearing today. Just a real soft, you know, feels good just around the house or just running errands. And then these are all of my leggings. So I just kept like one for each color, maybe a couple black. And the good thing is I'm going to do this, and then, like, you know, every once in a while, every couple weeks, I'm going to take 10 minutes and just like, am I using this? Is this something I still really want? And, you know, get rid of if I need to. So this drawer is empty. And this is now going to be my dirty clothes. I don't have to have, you know, a hamper here. I'm just going to put them in here. So that's working. It's a big, deep drawer, so that's really good. And I really do my laundry, you know, typically every 4 days, something like that. So I don't really ever have too much. So this should work out perfectly. Okay, just giving a little bit of a behind the scenes. These are all hangers that are no longer being used in my closet. I don't even know how many there is, but look, I mean, that's crazy. Crazy, crazy. That's just a bag I didn't use. And then here, let me show you. Don't mind the washing machine, but 3 huge bags for Goodwill. And then you saw the stuff that's selling. And these I'm going to give my mom because she uses the different colored ones. And then this is the stuff that I already have up on Poshmark. So this is stuff that's up and waiting to be sold. So, you know, a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. And I'll just show you real quick. I'm getting ready to shampoo the carpet real good. Oh, we have such bad doggy stains in here. You can see all of... I can't wait to get this. I think this summer, when I'm out of town, I'm going to have this done because this is just, it's so, so bad. And there's little sister's clothes that she grew out of. So I'll show you. I kind of do the same thing with her clothes here. So pajamas and socks, and then she just has a couple shorts outfits and a couple long sleeve outfits, then her pajamas and stuff. So we just try to keep it really simple, but these are all she's outgrown. So I'm going to bag those up because there's going to be more grandbabies, so we'll just bag those up and save them. But as I was talking about, you can see I'm just keeping everything just really, really light and airy and just quiet. I love that. I got this at Target. I absolutely love that little bunny pillow. But yeah, I'm just keeping everything very simple and just quiet and neutral. So yes. So that's just a little behind the scenes of what my room is looking like.
It was a Thursday night when I first saw you. Those green eyes caught me. Yeah, it was crazy. It was a Friday night when I first kissed you. You struck me like lightning. You broke my chains and released me. And days turned into nights on the couch in your apartment.
Well, that's going to do it, guys. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. And please like and subscribe, share it out, and just have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.